All right, today what I have here for you, by the way, welcome to truckbelts.com. I'm your host, Skylar Putman, and owner of truckbelts.com. Today what we have is a Velcroed truck belt. It's a truck skin that is actually for a Piglet. You can see the Velcro doubled back on itself. I use about 18 inches of loop and about 24 inches of hook to lock that belt in place. This firefighter opted for, actually it's for a fire captain, for the seatbelt closure. You can see it freely moves. This actually can slide off once I open up the Velcro truck belt, and it just clips in just like your SCBA. So you can see I've got the half-inch thick black harness leather, 2 inches wide, standard. This firefighter opted for a few options. This is not a standard, what I call a standard truck skin. You can see you got the Angry Pig stamped and painted on the front, on the side. This is for a Piglet, by the way. I usually put what I call the oink. It's the nose of the pig on there, but this fire officer wanted a American flag concho. You can see it's got the hook on this side, loop on this side. You can also see I cut in the back. I use a tool called a stitching groover, and I cut into the leather so these stitches, it's a little dark, sorry guys. The stitches actually are hidden so there's no rub, and I do that on this side as well. This firefighter also opted for the friction swivel. You can see this odd swivel. What comes standard is normally just your standard 3-inch Lazy Susan. That comes with the price of the truck skin. But this firefighter opted for the friction swivel, which is fantastic. It'll stay where you move it. It's pretty challenging for me to move it. It moves pretty freely with the tool in it, but it stays where you leave it. The swivel housing on the back can be slid up and down the belt and locked in place with these screws once you pick your spot. You can see that here, so it does move. The swivel housing moves up and down the belt, so you can get it in your sweet spot. I've never really enjoyed how some truck belt manufacturers don't give you that option. You can see as we come to the back, this is also an extra. The firefighter opted for just a rear-facing nameplate, painted and stamped. Right here, and it's stitched and riveted. It's a standard 9-inch nameplate, and this officer got 1-inch letters. That is extra. For now, what is actually coming standard is a 2-inch D-ring that is riveted and put on the belt. That will come with every belt. And this is a simple gear loop that comes with every belt as well. What I do is I drop a loop in the bottom so you can hang a carabiner, your glove strap, whatever. Those two are standard. Here we have kind of a new thing I invented. It's a quick release box light holder. It's kind of nice. I never liked how a lot of box light holders hang down low and hit you in the knee depending on your height. So what I did is I've rigged it so it will stay up when you put it on, and it locks. You can lock your box light into this and just even leave it in the charger with this attached to it. And it just, you can, when you get off the rig, you can snap it in there and it's on. That way you can use it for alarm activations, night calls, whatever. And we've come back to our seatbelt buckle. I'm going to open this up and show you how this works. What you do is to open this up, you just simply slide this down, slide the gear loop down. And you can see it's all machine stitched on the back. And I leave a small space where we try to get your perfect waist size. It's me. And this is where the buckle float, the the male end of the buckle floats. And you can see I machine stitched this, and again I used the stitching groove to sink the stitching so it will stay hidden and ease up on the rub. My opinions of the truck belt, of this Velcro truck belt, are pretty darn high. Although you're only holding back about 8 ounces of metal compared to the buckled truck belt. It just seems lighter, it seems freer, it just seems more, I don't know, ergonomically awesome. You feel lighter, and it's probably all in my head, but Chris Moore and Mr. Pig and I have only used Velcro truck belts for about 3 years. But it's now out for retail purchase from anybody. And you just slide this back on and it kind of locks the belt in place. Even if you don't have these additions, but they are standard, the weight of the Pig holds this Velcro in. And again, it's 2 inches by 24 inches. That's 48 square inches of hook and about 12 to 18 inches loop times 2. So it's a substantial piece of Velcro. And that's how you size it. You size it from this side. Anyhow, this is off to the central north of the country. I can't remember if it's Wisconsin or Michigan, but it's headed up there for the winter. Anyway, I hope you'd enjoy this. Text me anytime with any questions. This is your Velcroed Piglet truck skin. Thank you.